2 stutter start stop for you guys. But I shall carry on. The last thing I guess I'll show you is how I deal with it when ZBrush decides to fuse parts of the body together. There's a number of different ways we can handle this. I'm going to hit Q to go back to my draw tool. And what I will do is I'll probably... This is a bit kludgy in terms of how to do it, but oh well. It's one of many techniques I use to deal with this sort of situation. So I switched to my mask pen, which allows me to sort of kind of... Yeah, that's sort of fused. If I can get in there. I should be able to get in there. That's cool. This would be so much easier in Medium, actually. You guys play with Medium? Medium's awesome. It's a VR sculpting software from Oculus. All right. Which I may do a tutorial on at some point. I don't know if I can stream the Oculus and have everything work, because the Oculus is very resource demanding. But yeah, we'll give it a try. So I've masked the area where the polys have fused. And I'm just going to go to my subtool split, and I can split those mask points. So check that out. Takes care of that for me, kind of. I want to make sure it grabbed all the polys that were in my way. Looks like it grabbed a fair few. I'm not entirely sure this is going to work, but let's try it. So I'm going to come in here, delete those polys, and go back to my main. Yeah, this might not give me a predictable result, but let's try it, right? So I'm going to come in here and go down to my geometry. And under geometry, under modify topology, we got this absolutely brilliant button called close holes, which I hadn't really discovered until a few years ago. And it's like, where you been all my life? Oh, it's a little bit better, little bit. But what I thought was going to happen did happen. It sort of fused across. So sometimes the close holes will just detect sort of the geometry bounds of the edge loops right before the gap, and then it'll find the shortest distance between edges to try to close that gap. In this way, it shot across and sort of did it that way instead, which is not a big deal. This is one of the reasons why I like to stay low poly while I'm blocking stuff out and posing it out, because then I can just come in here with the snake hook tool and make manual adjustments, knowing that I'm not going to be here forever pushing and pulling crazy amounts of points. Right. Now you can see that we've the close holes triangulated this area. That's okay. I was expecting that. We will deal with that later. Especially in these areas of tight kind of connection, we have to be sort of really, really delicate. I might have to create a little bit more of a gap and then remodel that tighter a little bit later. Her pose is quite awkward for this type of work, simply because her body parts are resting against each other. But there you go. So I'm just going through with the smooth button to sort of smooth that out. All I really want is want to kind of maintain the integrity of her deltoid, right? So it doesn't look like it's going to do it for me. Let's try and snake hook this guy in. We need more of a fall off. This brush radius based thing is sometimes annoying. I think one of the things that I miss about the artisan brush inside of Maya is the fact that you can do vertex fall off or a soft select. That's what I'm looking for. So you can do a soft select that radiates out from the vertices you're currently working in to the surrounding vertices. So that would be a cool tool. I'm surprised, actually, it's probably in here somewhere. I would be very, very surprised if the engineers at Pixelogic did not have something of that nature in here somewhere. So I will, perhaps after I get off with you guys, I'll take a look, see if I can find something like that. So something like that. I'll kind of